You're scrolling through a sea of LED light therapy devices and wondering if you're about to waste hard-earned cash on something that won't actually move the needle for you. Maybe you've read a couple of slick ads promising thicker hair, smoother skin, or painless joints, and you're left wondering whether those claims hold up once the box lands on your nightstand. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I get that hesitation. It's easy to feel like you're gambling on a gadget that sounds more like a sci-fi prop than a real solution, especially when the price tag isn't exactly pocket change. Let's break down what the Celluma Restore Series 2 actually brings to the table and why that matters for everyday people, not just clinic goers. First off, this isn't a brand new, untested concept. The same LED wavelengths that Celluma uses in professional settings have been FDA-cleared for 3 separate programs: hair restoration, anti-wrinkle treatment, and deep tissue pain relief. That regulatory clearance tells you the device has at least met a baseline of safety and efficacy standards, something a lot of cheap handheld lights can't claim. The Series 2 version adds a built-in rechargeable battery, so you can literally pop it in your suitcase or backpack and keep it running on a plane or at a cabin without hunting for an outlet. If you're the type who's tried topical minoxidil and found it messy, or you've dabbled with creams that promise instant lift but leave you with a sticky residue, the hair growth program on the Restore might feel like a logical next step. The device emits red and near-infrared light, which research suggests can stimulate cellular activity in hair follicles. In practice, that means you'd sit the panel about a few inches from your scalp for roughly 10 to 15 minutes a day, a few times a week. The routine isn't glamorous, no dramatic salon session, just a quiet moment with the panel humming softly. If you're consistent, you might start to notice a subtle thickening after a couple of months. It's not a miracle cure, but for someone who's already committed to a longer-term haircare plan, it adds a low-maintenance tool that doesn't require daily topical applications. Now, let's talk skin. The Anti-Wrinkles program leverages the same red and near-infrared spectrum to encourage collagen production. Think of it as a soft focus filter you apply over your face for a short session each evening. You place the panel about 4 to 6 inches away, let the light wash over the skin, and then go about your night routine. Users have reported a gradual smoothing of fine lines after a few weeks, but the key here is patience. The light isn't heating the skin, it's nudging the cells to work a little harder. If you already have a solid skincare regimen, cleanser, moisturizer, sunscreen, this can slot in as an extra step, especially if you're looking for a non-invasive option that doesn't involve needles or chemicals. Pain relief is where the Restore often surprises people who buy it for the other 2 programs. Red and near-infrared wavelengths penetrate deeper than surface-only therapies, reaching muscles and joints. If you suffer from chronic shoulder tension from a desk job, or you've got recurring knee soreness from running, a 20-minute session a few times a week can feel like a gentle reset. The light isn't a substitute for physiotherapy, but it can complement it, especially on days when you can't fit a massage into your schedule. Users have described the sensation as warm, but not uncomfortable, and the battery lets you take it to the office for a quick session during a break. So, who should actually consider buying this? First, anyone who already knows they want a multi-purpose LED device and is prepared to stick with a routine. If you're dealing with mild to moderate hair thinning, early signs of fine lines, or recurring muscle soreness, the 3-in-1 approach can be more cost-effective than buying separate devices for each issue. The travel-friendly battery also makes it a decent companion for frequent flyers, digital nomads, or anyone who lives in a small apartment where space is at a premium. The fact that the technology mirrors what's used in clinics gives you a level of confidence that the light wavelengths are clinically relevant, not just marketing hype. On the flip side, skip it if you're looking for an instant cure, or if your budget is tight. The device sits in a price bracket that's comparable to a mid-range tablet, and while the technology is solid, the results are incremental. You won't wake up with a full head of hair after 1 week, nor will you erase deep wrinkles in a single session. If you have severe alopecia, advanced skin aging, or a medical condition that requires prescription strength therapy, you'll likely need a more intensive clinical treatment. Also, the panel size is compact, great for travel, but not ideal if you want to treat large surface areas like your entire back or legs in one go. You'll have to move the device around, which can be a bit fiddly if you're trying to hit a specific spot.